Good morning, everyone. Today, I'll be speaking on an important economic issue faced by India: income equality and wealth concentration. Let me begin with striking fact. In India, richest 1% own more than 40% of the country's wealth, while the bottom 50% owns just around 3%. During the COVID 19 pandemic, when billions of people lost their jobs and incomes, the wealth of billionaires actually increased significantly. According to reports by Oxfam, this reflects that economists call a K-shaped recovery, where one part of economy rises sharply while another continues to decline. In simple terms, the rich are getting richer and poor are getting poorer. Now let us understand the problem in more detail. After COVID-19, India's economic recovery has not been uniform. On one side, large corporations and high income individuals have, have seen strong growth. Stock markets have performed well and corporate profits have increased. On other side, small businesses, daily wage earners, and informal workers have suffered severe losses. Many people lost their livelihood and struggle to regain financial stability. It is important to note that nearly 80 to 90% of India's workforce is employed in informal sector. These workers do not have job security, fixed income, or social protection. As a result, any economic shock impacts them the most. This has created a clear divide between two segments of society: those who own assets and benefits from growth, and those who depend on daily income and left behind. The widening gap is what we refer as income inequality and wealth concentration. Now, let us look at the causes behind these issues. First, there are unequal access to opportunities. Not everyone has access to quality education, healthcare, and digital infrastructure, which limits their ability to grow economically. Second, the nature of India's economic growth is largely capital intensive. This means growth benefits those who owns business and rather assets rather than those who contribute labor. Third, the tax structure also plays a role. India relies heavily on indirect taxes such as GST, which impact lower income groups more than higher income groups. Finally, social safety nets in India are really weak, especially for informal workers who lack protection such as unemployment benefits or income support. Now let us discuss the solution and the timeline for implication. The first solution is progressive taxation. This means the taxes on wealthier individuals and stronger enforcement to reduce tax evasion. Such policies can be designed and implemented within next 2 or 4 years. Second solution is increasing social spending. The government should invest more in public healthcare, education, and food security programs, strengthening the direct transfers and employment scheme can provide immediate support to vulnerable population. The impact of such measures can be seen within 1 or 5 years. The third solution is focused by job creation and skill development. By promoting labor intensive sectors such as manufacturing and MSME, and by improving skills development initiatives, more employment opportunities can be created. The result of these employments are typically visible in 3 to 6 years. Together, these measures can help India move forward more inclusively and balanced growth model. However, there are significant barriers to implementing these solutions. The biggest challenge is political will. Progressive taxation often faces resistance from powerful economic groups. Increasing social spending requires efficient governance and fiscal discipline. In addition, policy implications in India often suffers from delays and inefficiencies. To conclude, inequality is not just an economic issue, but an social challenge. If this gap continues to widen, it can slow down long term economic growth, reduce social mobility, and create instability in society. India's future growth story will not be defined only on how fast the economic grows, but also how fairly the benefits of that growth are distributed. Thank you.